Hi, this is Mark Snyder with Worship Song, and I'm going to show you some of the new features of WSB, specifically some of the features we've been adding to support MIDI, but also some audio effects and mastering features that you'll be able to use with any audio. So in order to do that, I'm going to take you through the process of importing and converting a standard MIDI file into the app. And then I'm going to take you through adding some sound fonts to it and then trying to get it to sound really good in the app. So in order to do that, I'm going to use this California Dreaming file. I'm going to drag the .mid file onto the app. It asks me if I want to import a MIDI track. I'm going to say OK. Then it's going to take me into the song importer screen. And here I'm basically going to select my track names the way I always have in this importer. So I'm going to call that bass, steel guitar, that's an acoustic guitar. This flute, I'll just call that FLT. These melodies, I'm going to call them BGV1 and BGV2. I'll do strings here. I'll just say piano here. So you could either pick one of these or just type a name in. I'll call this flute 2. I'm almost sure one of these is going to be a melody. And then for percussion, I'm just going to say drums. So I've named all the tracks. Basically, these are all the individual channels that are in the MIDI file, and it's going to make a MIDI multitrack at this point for me. So I say convert 9 tracks. One of the nice things about MIDI is everything happens almost instantly because the files are really small. So this is the raw MIDI that I'm going to play right now without doing anything. And just so you can hear it. So just with the GM sound bank, it sounds okay. It doesn't really, it still sounds a little computerish, I guess. But the sound fonts can really make it sound better. So I'm going to go ahead and hit E right now, which is edit mode. And basically this is going to take me into song editing mode, and this is also where I can replace the sound font. So what this is showing me here is that this is just using the standard program from the GM sound font for each of these things. So steel guitar and flute and so on. But I made no replacements yet. But I want to. So what I'm going to do first is usually I take the acoustic guitar. So if you press any of these buttons over any of the tracks, it's going to take you into a track editing screen, and in there I can select something different for that track from the sound fonts that are installed. So where did these sound fonts come from? Well, first I'll click it here. You can see I've installed about 10 different sound font files into this app, and I'm going to be able to select instruments from any of those for any of my MIDI tracks in order to make it sound better. So in this case, I'm going to go to this one called MIDI Guitars, and I'm going to pick this Roland steel guitar, which I tend to use. So basically what happened when I did that is it edited this track section. You can see it now says the sound font is MIDI guitars.dls. The program is 9. I'm going to hit save reload, and that's going to basically reload the song with that new sound. That's that's a better sounding guitar. I use it all the time. And you can do that kind of with any of the tracks. So in this case, um, I'm gonna click on piano. It's already got the Steinway Grand. That's the one I want. Although maybe for California Dreaming, I might want an electric piano. I don't really know what the mamas and the papas use them. If I did want an electric piano, I can just go over here to MIDI EPs, and let's say I wanted to try it with a DX7 instead. Save, reload. You'll be able to hear what that sounded like. That might be more like it. I don't know. I'd have to go listen to the track to be sure. I could also basically replace these strings. I'm going to go to this MIDI Orch sound font, and I'm going to just put in some fast strings there. Keep hitting save reload so I can hear it. That's the melody track. For the flute, I'm going to go to this MIDI Orch, I think is where it is. I think there's a flute in here that's better. I'm going to pick that this second flute here. I'm going to replace that one too. I'll go to that. I'll go to this other flute here to hear that. So you can audition these pretty easily. That one's a little high. I'm going to try this one instead. Okay. So mix it. The bass here is basically a fingered bass. If I go to this MIDI basses guitar sound font, there's a mellow finger bass here, which might be good. Listen to that. Okay, so I've done some replacements. I could do more of that. Where you really start to get the benefit is with the new mastering effects. So I'm going to start the song again about right here. Then I'm going to add a reverb effect. So I'm going to add like an auditorium. I have an equalizer here. Could also compress if you think you're getting some peaks that are too high. Anyway, so you're getting to something that's going to sound like the track. You can do a lot of work with it that way. So I'm going to now show you a couple of ones that I've already worked out and did this way. These are also from that Supreme MIDI library. Um, and then the rest of the song setup for MIDI is just the same as anything else. You add your sections, you add your chords, you're ready to go. Um, anyway, so I'm going to do a couple here so you can hear how they sound all done. I'm going to go to this Journey song, Open Arms. Here's the effects on that one. And here's the sound fonts on it. So somebody did a really nice job on that track. A couple more we'll listen to, just a little bit of them. Uh, Time passages here. I'll just do kind of this instrumental part in the middle. There's the effects here. Another really nice track. And then on this last one, I'll do this Living Hope from this worship download. You can give a listen to that. So I've given that one kind of a country vibe. But if you wanted to change out like this rhythm guitar for like a nylon guitar here as an example, which is kind of what the original author did, you'll hear it's totally different. Much smoother. Anyway, so you get the idea. You can, in my mind, you can really make them sound really good. For the stuff I've been doing for my own playing, I've almost always used MIDI tracks instead of like karaoke version tracks. or other kind of downloaded tracks because I can sort of control myself the amount of compression. I can swap out sound fonts if I want, and so on. So I really like them for that. The last thing I'll show you is where you can get all those sound fonts. If you go to the settings page and you click download samples here, you'll see and hear all of the sound fonts are here. The ones I was just showing you, they're all up there in the download samples. So what you want to do is you want to download everything that's there. If you've done this before, you want to re-download them because now when you download them with version 9.6, you will also get the text files that go with them, so you can do that auditioning that I was just showing you in the app and pretty quickly dial in what you want the song to sound like. Pick the fonts. And then as we go along here and as we get requests, or if I add one, like add a new one with some new stuff that I want to get, I'll keep uploading these DLS files here. You can make your own DLS files. You need a program called A-Wave Studio to convert SF2 files to DLS files if you want to do that. But if with the ones that I've already done here and any that we add, it's likely that you won't need too many more. At least, I've been able to make WSB a pretty convincing sounding cover band with just the ones that I've put up there. Hopefully, you can do the same. It's all free to play with. If you are interested in the MIDIs that I'm converting, I do have a MIDI team that I've been doing. So kind of as a group, we can collaborate on staging up more of these and building up a library pretty quickly. Let me know if you want to join that, and we can share songs as we go. Um, Good luck with it.